Executive Council that are here as we are getting set to commission this world-class diagnostic center. Professor, we welcome you. I'd like to also welcome of the Sokoto State Executive Council that are here with us today. I'd like to also specially welcome all the South people that are resident in Sokoto State, enjoying themselves, prospering, and we shall be having performances from them. But we must also say thank you to Sokoto indigents that have provided a very peaceful environment for visitors and strangers to prosper. So Professor Innocent A.O. Uja, I welcome you and all the members of the Executive Council of the Nigerian Medical Association. Well, let me release all the titles of the man. Professor Dr. Innocent O.A. Uja, FNMA, FA, FNA Med, and very importantly, MNI. Professor, we welcome you, and we say thank you to you for the amazing service the Nigerian Medical Association is rendering to Nigeria. Post-COVID, if it was not for the doctors and the medical professionals, maybe half of Nigeria will have died. But Professor and your amazing team, we say thank you to you. 401 AA and Corolla FG 109A57. So please go and refer. You have not yet vehicular movement. A white SUV WRN 401 AA and a Corolla FG 109A57. Please, if you are the driver or the owner of the vehicle, please quickly go and refer.
This is Channels Television. You're watching preparations for the commissioning of the Sokoto State Diagnostic Center, where the state governor, Tambuwal, and his entourage are still being expected at the venue. We'll take a short break from the event and we'll return on the arrival of the governor and other state executives, as well as other dignitaries expected for this important event.
Let me welcome His Eminence, His Royal Majesty, Abubakar Saad, the Sultan of Sokoto. I'd like to welcome His Excellency, the Deputy Governor of the state, His Excellency Manir Dan Iya, Walin Sokoto. I'd also welcome here the Speaker of the State House of Assembly and other members of the State House of Assembly that are here. I'd like to welcome the Chairman of the PDP in Sokoto State. I'd like to welcome distinguished Senator Garba Ila Gada, all the other elders of Sokoto State that are here. I'd like to welcome His Excellency, the former governor of Sokoto State, Alhaji Atairu Bafarawa, who is here with us. Also, former deputy governor of the state, Alhaji Mutari Shagari. I welcome all of you, UNESCO and other development partners. Let me welcome all the wonderful residents that are from the 6 South states of Nigeria that has lived here, prospered here, and they are here to say thank you to the governor of Sokoto State and welcome to the governor of Delta State. I'd like to welcome all the members of the State Executive Council, particularly the Honorable Commissioner for Health. I welcome all of you, distinguished ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to Sokoto State. Welcome to the seat of the Caliphate. Welcome to a state of over 5 million people, warm, hospitable, peaceful, and hardworking people. Welcome to the official commissioning of the world-class Advanced Medical Diagnostic Center. Today, several Nigerians travel abroad on medical tourism. From statistics available, over 5,000 Nigerians go abroad every year. Today, we are commissioning a world-class facility that is patient-centered, effective, qualitative, that will make Sokoto State the health hub of the nation. So beyond this diagnostic center, we have the teaching hospital. And so today, Your Excellency, the Governor of Delta State, you have a few things, or so many things in common with your brother from Sokoto State. Both of you are presiding over a state that is hospitable to visitors. Both of you are giving out dividends of democracy to the people. And both of you are focused on making sure that democracy works in Nigeria. His Excellency, the Governor of Sokoto State, is focusing on health, is focusing on education, is focusing on health empowerment, is focusing on the empowerment of women, and is focusing on infrastructure. But the beauty of this beautiful facility is the fact that from the very smallest sand to this amazing structure, it is local content. The contractors are local, the engineers are local, the technicians are local. The doctors here are local people, but they are rendering global service. And so, Your Excellencies, distinguished ladies and gentlemen, it is with joy that I welcome all of you to this amazing, amazing facility. For the Honorable Commissioner for Health, Mohamed Ali Iname, I'm not sure he has slept in a week, working absolutely very hard to make sure this works. I'd like to invite him to the microphone for a brief remarks. Honorable Commissioner, well done. Let's put our hands together for him, ladies and gentlemen.
أعوذ بالله السميع العليم من الشيطان الرجيم. بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم. Your Excellency, the Governor of Sokoto State, Right Honorable Amin Waziri Tambuwal, CFR, Mutwallan Sokoto, our august visitor, Your Excellency, the Executive Governor of Delta State, distinguished Senator Dr. Okowa, Your Eminence, Dr. Saad Abubakar III, CFR and Sultan of Sokoto and President General of Supreme Council of Islamic Affairs in Nigeria, distinguished Senator, Chairman House Committee on Health, members of National Assembly here present, the Speaker, State House of Assembly, and members of House Assembly here present, my Lord, the Chief Judge of Sokoto State, the Chairman of our great party, the PDP, distinguished Your Excellencies, former Governor Alhaji Attahiru Dalatu Babara of Sokoto, Your Excellency, the former Deputy Governor, Barrister Mukhtar Shehu Shagari, my President, the President of the Nigerian Medical Association, Professor Innocent Uja, my colleagues, members of the Executive Council, Chairman of Local Government Council here present, other distinguished personalities, I beg your pardon, permit me to stand on existing protocol. It is with utmost humility that I stand to welcome all of us today to the commissioning of a newly constructed and equipped Advanced Medical Diagnostic Center, Okowa. First and foremostly, I would like to express my sincere gratitude to His Excellency, the Governor, Right Honorable Amin Waziri Tambuwal in Sokoto, for his inspiring leadership in the state. This event is no doubt an important milestone in our determination to positively transform the lives of our people in all facets of human endeavor. The health sector in Sokoto, as you are all aware, have witnessed a remarkable improvement in recent years. And we all know the health sector has inseparable linkages to all other sectors of human endeavor. For no human endeavor can succeed with ill health. Your Excellencies, ladies and gentlemen, this center to be commissioned today will no doubt reduce the suffering of patients that have to travel outside the state and abroad in search for reliable, comprehensive diagnostic services. The Advanced Medical Diagnostic Center comprises of radio diagnostics and general laboratory services that include CT scans, MRI, ultrasound, fluoroscopy, echocardiography, mammography, X-ray, and clinical services that include dental clinic, ear, nose, and throat, and eye care clinics. In addition, this center is also equipped with 3 saloon vehicles that you could see on your right, as well as an ambulance with other 4 motorcycles to improve and effectively run the services of this center. This center will serve as a referral center for our hospitals in Sokoto State and neighboring states. The center is equipped with state-of-the-art equipment that costed the state the sum of 2,363,240,395 naira, while the construction of this edifice costed the state 824,167,097 naira 80 kobo. Finally, Your Excellencies, I would like to express once again my sincere appreciation at His Excellency for his support in the execution, most especially of this center and other laudable projects in the health sector that will improve the health status of our teeming populace in the state. Thank you for this.
Thank you very much, Honorable Commissioner for Health. A very hard-working son of the soil. I have a list of National Assembly members that are here, and we want to say thank you very much for coming all the way to Sokoto to be part of this. I'd like to welcome distinguished Senator Dr. Ibrahim Yahya Olerube. He's the Chairman, Senate Committee on Health. Honorable Dr. Yusuf Tanko Sonuno, Chair, House Committee on Health. And all of these honorable members and members of the National Assembly are doctors. Honorable Dr. Haruna Michelia, Chair, House Committee on COVID. Honorable Dr. Victor Mokolo, Chair, House Committee on Banking and Currency. Honorable Dr. Samuel Adejare, and he's a very gentle man. He's here with his wife. He's a Vice Chair, House Committee on Health. And Honorable Dr. S.B. Kakale, and Honorable Abubakar Audu. Please, let's put our hands together for these members of the National Assembly that are here. Your Excellencies, distinguished ladies and gentlemen, it is so fitting that it is Dr. Ifeanyi Okowa that is commissioning this facility. You cannot brush away over 40 years experience as a medical doctor. When he graduated in 1981, some of the people here were not born. And so we need to honor that experience over 40 years. And then the president of NMA, I met him earlier, Professor Innocent Uja. Thank you very much for what you're doing. Thank you. We need to thank the medical profession. And so to honor all of us here, let me just inform the two governors that a cultural troop left Akwa Ibom yesterday, arrived Sokoto this morning just to perform and entertain you. But we'll kick off with a cultural troop from Delta State. Can we have 5 minutes from the cultural troop from Delta State? These are Delta State indigenes resident here, and they have put themselves together. But let me also inform His Excellency that all the people from the 6 states of the South are also here to say welcome to the governor. Can we have the cultural troop, please? You have 5 minutes. You have 5 minutes. Thank you very much. Thank you. Thank you very much. The cultural troupe from Delta State. They've been in Sokoto for years, living and prospering here. We have another 5 minutes for Akwa Ibom and Edo State combining. Akwa Ibom and Edo State combining. 5 minutes. Akwa Ibom and Edo State combining 5 minutes. Thank you. So I will. Delta State has performed. We now have Akwa Ibom and Edo State performing, saying welcome to His Excellency, the Governor of Delta State. And thank you to His Excellency, the Governor of Sokoto State. Let me also welcome here Honorable Kau Samaila, former member of the House of Representatives, former SA to the President, who is also here. The SSG of the state, Madam Said Umar, is also here with us. I'd like to welcome the head of the civil service of the state, Madam Abubakar Muhammad MNI. I welcome all of you for making this amazing edifice possible. Your Excellencies, distinguished ladies and gentlemen, it's therefore my honor and pleasure to welcome here His Eminence, the Sultan of Sokoto, Alhaji Muhammadu Sa'ad Abubakar MNI and CFR, to deliver his short remarks.
Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Wa sallallahu ala nabiyil karim. I always appreciate the police band when they give such military salute. It reminds us why we have come and the discipline that have been inculcated in us in the military. Your Excellencies, the governors of Delta, Sokoto, and the former governor, Okowa, deputy governors here present, our more distinguished brothers and sisters from all parts of this great country, and those watching live on television. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. This evening is a very special evening for us, and we give the highest appreciation to our Creator, our Sustainer, Almighty Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, for this blessing of being here today, to be witnesses, to be part of history in this great state, Sokoto State. I would like to welcome our imported MC, Ebere, because when I saw him, I asked the governor, why did you import Ebere? He said it's a special MC meant for a special program. So I want to welcome you home, and as a citizen of Sokoto, don't go until we allow you to go. You are part and parcel of us. Your Excellencies, I don't want to take too much time, but I would have taken about 30 minutes to give my speech because of the feeling that I have of gratitude to Almighty Allah for being a witness to this commissioning for so many reasons. A year or so ago, or 2 years ago, I hinted the governor of Sokoto State, Mutawalli Sokoto, the holder to the key of the treasure of Sokoto Caliphate, including other parts of the old Sokoto Caliphate, Mutawalli, that there is need for us to have a center of excellence to take care of our numerous medical challenges in this part of the country. There's need to have a synergy between the Sokoto, Kebbi, and Zamfara governors to come together, put some money, and build such a center, a diagnostic center that will help our people and stop the drift or the lengthy trips to so many foreign countries for medical diagnosis. And our governor said, inshallah, we'll look into it. I will talk to my brothers, the other two governors. Then, happily enough, at a budget session, I heard of the budgeting of certain amount of money to start this project by a Sokoto state government. And I believe because of the importance the governor attaches to this project, to the welfare of people in Sokoto and environs, and even those outside Sokoto who could come here, he gave it highest priority to be completed and put into use. I need to give this short background for you to know how happy we are today, with full appreciation to Almighty Allah for being part of this commissioning ceremony. Your Excellency, we thank you very much for this foresight, for this commitment. This job is not done by you. It's done by everybody, every citizen of Sokoto who contributed one kobo also in seeing to the coffers of Sokoto being beefed up. And for those who spent so many hours, days and nights, to ensure the completion of this beautiful project to serve humanity. We thank all of you who've come from far and near, especially our amiable friend, brother, the governor of Delta, whom I have known since he was Chairman, Senate Committee on Health, because we have worked together on health issues in this country. And like the MC said, there's no other better person to commission this project than a 40-year-old doctor who had been pressing in and out. But sometimes you might not even have to go to hospital to perform your duties. Your Excellency, we thank you for coming. We thank you for being with us, and wish you all the very best and Almighty God's blessing as you continue to steer the ship of Delta State to safety in developed land. Today is not a day for making lengthy speeches in the evening, but there's need for us to talk about this project and how do we maintain it? How will it serve the common man on the street of Sokoto, Kebbi, Zamfara, Kano, Lagos, Abuja, anywhere who could come here with a little money in his pocket? We must look into that. And I believe the governor definitely has something to say in his speech, something to do about it, and we will all be part of it. We will suggest through the state government, through other governors, through other wealthy stakeholders, maybe to see how we can have a big basket managed by reputed Nigerians, so that somebody who has no money to bring into this center could be given prompt attention without paying anything, because somebody else had already paid for him. And I think if we plan that one, we will reach out to individuals, groups, companies, to ensure we have a lot of money to help our people. But the essence of leadership is to serve people. And in serving people, you must look into the welfare of these people. And health is wealth. Health is the most important thing you look into of anybody. Without health, without being healthy, you cannot do anything. You cannot even worship God who created you to worship him. So putting health at the front burner by Sokoto state government is apt, it's right. Anybody can come and use this facility, and I think those who are going to be saddled with taking care of this facility will do justice to it, and we must respect it as our own. We must do our best to protect this edifice and ensure that at any time somebody comes, is attended to 24/7. We want to thank you and I want to assure you of our total support to see more of such projects, because in any government, there must be a legacy project a governor leaves behind. Tambuwal has left legacy projects. This is one of them. There are others that you will see in the nearest future. And inshallah, before he leaves office, 29 May 2023, you will see some of these projects that will live long, long after him, after us. And inshallah, people will continue to pray for Al-Jannah Firdaus, for all of us as leaders. And I want to thank all of you and welcome to this commissioning ceremony. May Almighty Allah continue to bless us. Almighty Allah continue to bless Delta State, bless Sokoto State, bless the Republic of Nigeria. I want to thank the cultural troops. You have shown what culture is. That shows the various types of people we have in this great country. Like I said earlier today at the Unity Seminar in Abuja, because I couldn't go due to this program, I said, we're talking of unity. We can be united without being uniform, if you understand what I'm saying. And we have seen it today here. The 6,000 states are represented here. That is the unity. But we are not uniform. You can see their dresses, you can see their dances, and that's exactly what I mean. And I want to thank all of you. May Allah continue to bless us. Wassalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh.
Can we appreciate His Eminence the Sultan again? Thank you very much. Thank you, Your Eminence. Thank you. Your Excellencies, distinguished ladies and gentlemen, let me say a very special thanks to Katuru and Partners Limited. The CEO is here. They are the constructors of this structure who have made sure that the sand, that the stones, that the technicians, that the engineers are all local. Katuru and Partners Limited, thank you very much. Engineer Medical Services Limited, who also executed the supply and installation of the diagnostic equipment. Your focus is on the world, and you have made sure that what you have supplied is globally relevant. We say thank you to you. Your Excellencies, distinguished ladies and gentlemen, one of the greatest men from India, Indira Gandhi, once said that the best way to lose yourself is to find yourself, to lose yourself in the service of others. The man I'm about to bring here is all about service. His Eminence talked about legacy projects. His is about the people. He's a bridge builder. He's a lover of his people. If you call him the commander-in-chief of projects, you'll be right. From infrastructure to education to health, he remains a frontline governor that loves his people. It's therefore my honor and pleasure to welcome here His Excellency, the Governor of Sokoto State, Right Honorable Aminu Waziri Tambuwal.
Policeman, that fanfare is too brief. It's not as long as that of the general. Our dear brother, our august visitor, the governor of Delta State, Senator Dr. Ifeanyi Okowa, who is here in Sokoto, or rather say on a return march, just one out of several that I have undertaken to Delta State. Your Eminence, the Sultan of Sokoto, Alhaji Dr. Muhammad Saad Abubakar, TFR MNI, the former governor of Sokoto State, and our leader, Alhaji Dr. Tayyar Dalhatu Bafrawa Garkuwan Sokoto, the Honorable Speaker of the State House of Assembly, the Chairman, Senate Committee on Health, the Chairman, House of Representatives Committee on Health, and other members of National Assembly here present, former ministers, Tahir Shagari, former Deputy Governor, Engineer Bello Suleiman, Senator Garba Ilagada, and other elders here present, members of the State Executive Council, the chairman of our great party, the governing party in Sokoto State, the SSG, Chief of Staff, Government House, advisors to the governor, head of service, the president of Nigerian Medical Association, Professor Innocent Uja, and members of his council, who are in Sokoto for the National Executive Committee meeting of Nigeria Medical Association, other very eminent and distinguished leaders here present, gentlemen of the press, ladies and gentlemen, a very good evening to you all. We give every gratitude to Almighty Allah for His blessings on us, and in particular for this moment where we are gathered here today to commission one of the very important projects that are dear and very close to our hearts as a government, as a people, which is a product, as you have heard from His Eminence, of consultation with His Eminence the Sultan. When, of course, as you know, we normally consult him and other leaders year in, year out, before we come up with a draft proposal of our budget, where he called my attention on the need for us to have this type of project. And immediately we bought into it, and here we are. Governor Okowa, you have seen a cultural display of several groups of our brothers and sisters who are resident here in Sokoto and who are now Sokotawa. These, our brothers, are not imported from Delta or imported, come and perform here from Edo or Akwa Ibom. Most of them were born here and raised here. Most of them go to our public schools. Most of them go to our public hospitals. And in Sokoto State, our policy is that whoever lives in Sokoto enjoys the benefit of free education, just as a Sokoto child enjoys the benefit of free education. And they are very happy to be here, I am sure. And we are always very happy to continue to have them around us. It's part of the beauty of what God has given us as a country in Nigeria. And we must continue to cherish and promote national unity, national cohesion, and national integration. I remember when he invited me to commission 2 projects in the last 2 years. And even before then, when I was an APC governor, you invited me to Delta State. Then you are in PDP and you are still in PDP, where you showcased youth empowerment scheme and youth empowerment programs. And we participated alongside with the governor of Rivers State, Governor Yesem Wike. I think it was in 2016 or 2017. And thereafter, in between the last 2 years, I've been to Delta, first to commission the Mariam Babangida Way, which was a dual carriageway in Asaba, named after our mother, of blessed memory, Mariam Babangida. And the second project was for me to commission the traditional institutions house, the traditional council, the chambers of the traditional council of Delta State. Very, very beautiful edifice carried out and executed by our government. Since your assumption of office, Delta had seen a lot of transformation. Only about 2 days ago, the Vice President was in Delta to commission the first state secretariat, housing now all the ministries in Delta State. Several other projects have been commissioned, executed and commissioned by our government. On Friday last week, I was in Ekiti State on the invitation of the governor of Ekiti State, who is APC. And before my arrival, a day to my going to Ekiti State, there were a lot of write-ups in social media that Governor Fayemi is contemplating crossing over to APC or PDP. That's why he's inviting Tambuwal to come and commission project. I went there and said, we believe in good governance. And wherever we see good governance, we celebrate it. After all, good governance has no political party. So I encourage all of us as citizens to leave out politics after election and concentrate on providing good governance to our people. Because that is what our people are yearning for and asking for. And in any case, that is why we've been voted for. The selection of Governor Okowa to commission this project came when first he notified me of his coming to Sokoto on the invitation of the Nigerian Medical Association as a medical doctor to participate in their National Executive Committee meeting. I said, well, my brother, you are coming home and you must commission a project for us. And when we look around of the projects that were completed that are lined up for commissioning, we chose this one, which is very relevant to his profession and his calling. The Sokoto State Diagnostic Advanced Diagnostic Center, which is to provide, as said by the Honorable Commissioner for Health, all manner of investigation services for our people. His Eminence has drawn my attention to a very important issue, which is affordability of the services of this center by our teeming populace that are generally mostly may not be able to afford it. So we'll be coming up with a fund where the government will contribute, members of business community and well-meaning Nigerians can contribute to subsidize the services that are going to be rendered to indigent people at this center. Your Eminence, we are going to do that. And this center is going to be run via a PPP arrangement. It's not going to be business as usual. It's going to be run professionally with every mechanism put in place for it to function effectively and deliver services to the people, and for it to run itself and make and generate revenue for itself and for the state. On this note, it's my singular honor and privilege to invite my brother and friend, my senior brother, the governor of Delta State, Governor Senator Dr. Okowa, to make his remarks and as we proceed to commission this project. My dear brother, sir.
Your Excellency, the Governor of Sokoto State, my dear brother, Right Honorable Aminu Tambuwal, His Eminence, the Sultan of Sokoto, Alhaji Dr. Muhammadu Said Abubakar, CFR MNI, the former Governor of Sokoto State, Alhaji Dr. Bafarawa, the Deputy Governor of Sokoto State, our former Deputy Governor, the Chairman of the Senate Committee on Health, the Chairman of the Committee on Health from the House of Representatives, and members of the House of Representatives here present, Mr. Speaker of the Sokoto State House of Assembly and members of the House of Assembly, members of the Executive Council of Sokoto State, particularly the Commissioner for Health, Mr. President of the Nigerian Medical Association and members of His executive, my dear leaders, brothers and sisters from Sokoto State, our people from Delta State, and all our people from the South who have come to be part of this ceremony, gentlemen of the press, ladies and gentlemen. First, I'm very excited to be in Sokoto State after several years. My brother had continued to ask for me to visit, but I thank God that I had to wait for this project before coming. Your Eminence, you had always invited me to come over to Sokoto State. While I was praying, I didn't know that this project was waiting for me. But I'm truly very excited. And listening to His Eminence, the Sultan of Sokoto, who had a consultative meeting with his son, the governor, that gave birth to this project, I must truly thank you for taking interest in the governance of the state. Because I'm very much aware that this project speaks to the heart of the health industry in this state. We are very much aware that the primary health care is the bedrock of healthcare development, and we have a lot of them, usually in various communities. We have also several points where we can access secondary health care. But sometimes it becomes very difficult to have access to tertiary health care. And this is exactly what my brother governor has done in this state. While we were coming from the airport, we passed through a set of buildings, and I was asking within myself, what buildings are these? It was not until we sat in this place that I asked that question, and he told me, we will be inspecting those set of buildings, and that actually is the Sokoto State Teaching Hospital that is under construction. And here we are to commission the Advanced Diagnostic Center. You can see that everything is being closely knit together. And I want to congratulate my brother governor for thinking about the people, because this is a project for the people, and it's a project that the people will cherish long after you have left the government as governor. I'm not surprised that you're able to render services to your people in such a manner that they are happy, because you have always been focused and you have always believed in your people and the people of Nigeria. I happen to be a senator in the 7th Assembly when Right Honorable Tambuwal was Speaker of the House of Rep. And I know that to be an effective and efficient Speaker of the House of Rep, you need to truly understand our nation, and you need to be humble, and you need to be accommodating to be able to preside over the affairs of the House of Representatives particularly, and the National Assembly in general. Despite the intrigues of that time, he did his work very efficiently, and some of us did admire him. And despite the fact that he was the Speaker then, whenever he met some of us as senators, of course he was supposed to be our leader, but he never assumed that position. He always wanted to give respect to all. And that was what endeared me to him. I want to thank you, because coming here, I can still see the way you relate with your people. That is what Nigeria needs. You are a man of peace. You are a man who is always ready to build bridges. And we are very thankful that God has ensured that you have held several positions. And my prayer for you is that God will elevate you. I'm not surprised with what I see here, because the last time I also met His Eminence, the Sultan of Sokoto, at the University of Nigeria, Nsukka, and he spoke. I could see a lot of wisdom. I could see a lot of commitment to the Nigerian project in him. Yes, at the moment, there are so many voices that actually, as people speak, you find that there is pain. But we need those voices that will continue to soothe our anger. Those voices that will bring us together as a people. Those voices that will remind us that no matter the pains of the moment, we remain a country, we remain united as a people, and that only in unity can we prosper together. We have only one country we can call our own, and that is Nigeria. So no matter the pains we feel, we must continue to pray to God to keep us together. We must realize that the pains must not be such that it should make us think of causing crisis in this country. No matter what is going on, we must recall that we are greater together, we are better together, and that thinking together, we can actually take ourselves to greater heights in this nation. Your Eminence, I'm very glad that you have welcomed me, and I'm glad with what I've seen here today. When I listened to the Commissioner for Health, and he gave them the figures of what was spent in constructing this building, I've not gone on the inside, but from the ambience, from what I see from the outside, and looking through the side, the length of the building, it's only a prudent person that can ensure this level of construction at below ₦1 billion. And haven't told us about the equipment inside, which we'll shortly move in to see. I'm also very excited that the best of equipment have also been put on ground. But very importantly, my brother, I want to congratulate you that you have already started thinking in the right direction to ensure that this center is run through a private-public partnership. That is the only way it can survive. That is the only way we can consolidate on the gains of this advanced diagnostic center. And that is the only way we can ensure the maintenance of services. And I thank you for thinking in that direction. But as you have said, it's also important that the suggestion made by His Eminence, the Sultan of Sokoto, is looked into, because there are some of our people that may not be able to afford the services here. So there is a need for us to think of how to ensure that none is left behind if they require the services in this center. And one man that believes very strongly in health insurance for all Nigerians, we may not be able to start it for every Nigerian at a time. But I believe that if we sit down to work out the process, the very vulnerable in the society, those who may be less privileged, I believe that we are able, in running a health insurance policy, to make health available to that very, very low segment of the society. We must start somewhere and gradually build up the numbers. And that is why the National Health Act that was signed into law in 2014 and that was operationalized in 2018 by becoming very sloppy. We need to revisit it, and we need to ensure that we actually strengthen all operations regarding that National Health Act, because the funding through the Basic Healthcare Fund is a starting point. And when all state governments are also encouraged and that funding is made available, and we also draw from the resources of the pool of funds that come from various other segments, including the organized private sector, I'm sure that we'll be able to provide services for the very vulnerable in our society. I am very pleased to be part of this ceremony. What my eyes have seen, I truly can testify that you're reaching out to your people, and I congratulate you once again. I thank everybody who has come. I thank all our brothers and sisters, and I pray that God will continue to guarantee the peace of this nation and the peace of this state, and that God will enable us to go through this period of challenge and help us as a nation to grow into the nation of our dream. Thank you so much for inviting me. I congratulate you once again, and I say a very big thank you to His Eminence the Sultan of Sokoto for the warm reception accorded me on this visit. Thank you, and God bless you.
Thank you very much. Please, we'll remain where we are. We will take the national anthem. Let's stay where we are, please. We'll take the national anthem. But, okay, they're already going in. Okay, okay. Okay. No wahala. No wahala. This event is over. You don't finish. They are gone. Once they come out of that building, they are gone. Marry this man. I don't give you. You go marry him.
Component which will briefly toward this facility because it's already. Thank you. Thank you. Your Excellency is 0. This way. Statement. Copy machine is on. Most of us. We all know of breast cancer, as well as is one screening of per year. It is very important in the prevention of breast cancer, and also the mammograph around this area. The only
understand the need. That's it.
Yeah, Your Excellency, this is the ultrasound, including echo, cardiograph, where we'll be able to conduct. We have 5 of these. Yeah, there are other 2 on the other. Yeah, 4D imaging. Yes, yes.
Distinguished.
Ina ganin muna iya tsaya. Ana iya shiga. Ku hito mana. EEG. Yeah, Your Excellency, this is the neurology and EEG. Just for benefit of time, we have 4 other clinical service clinics. We have cardiology, we have ENT, upstairs, ophthalmology, and dental also downstairs. Yeah, we have the specialist staff, and although the facility is going to, all these clinics are going to be outpatient clinics because there are no place for. Yes, so diagnostic center. So for other upstairs, we have the general labs, hematology, microbiology, histopathology, and chemical pathology. We also designated a place for observation. Okay.
No, that's fine. The critical things we have actually said. The MRI, the fluoroscopy, and then the CTI. Those are the critical things that actually really say yes. We're very impressed. And the flow of the design.
Yes, Your Excellency.
Which architect did it? Handled it?
It's a local architect. The local architect with the Ministry of Works.
And to have the local people handle it in terms of building is wonderful.
Your Excellency, it will not take more than 10 minutes. Just for comprehensive supervision. Just go ahead.
Okay, why not?
Okay,
Yes, let's go.
Those who understand, just to leave it to
Yes, almost that. Okay. Your Excellency, this is the chemical pathology lab with all the required equipment to conduct the various level of investigations. Chemical pathology.
I'm going to use it as a first patient for
Ko can kake? To. Na suke. This hematology and microbiology. Yeah. Yes. Yes. Hematology and microbiology. Yes. This is the microbiology lab. This is the hematology and this is microbiology. Gidanka. Kana son kai wani bayani? Me kake son? Yeah, Your Excellency, this is one of the other clinical service, a clinic, ENT workstation. We also have a local consultant, Dr. Ali.
In fact, ENT is a specialty which consists of narrow openings which are very deep. And for proper diagnosis and treatment, you need to have good lighting. And this machine gives a very good lighting. And also, in addition, most of the times, those narrow openings are filled with secretions. So this is a very high-powered suction machine which you can use so that you can be able to see properly and make a proper diagnosis of treatment, because without a proper diagnosis, you cannot make a treatment. So this is of international standard. Wherever you go over the whole world, this is what is being used rest of modern times. So in fact, for diagnosis now, we'll be able to make all kind of ENT diagnosis and we'll be able to treat appropriately, as everybody knows. Thank you very much.
Thank you. Thank you. Ana CMD. Your Excellency, this is the ophthalmology clinic with A and B scanner for ocular pressure refractor and also automated refractor that we can use without the normal other refractors, the traditional one that we are known for, and also the microscope to examine. We also have another surgical microscope that will also be able to conduct surgeries in this. No, not in this room, definitely. We are moving the table to another, yes.
That will be service provision.
Yes. So this space will be used just for clinic diagnosis and clinic chronology. Your Excellency, these are the major clinical areas that we have. Of course, we have the administrative building space, the conference room, and the MD's office of this facility. Thank you, Excellency. Ko zai ciyo? Okay. You want to say something?
Talk after going out? No.
Na gode, sir. Na gode.
You've been watching a live Channels Television event. This is Channels Television. You've been watching live coverage of the commissioning of Diagnostic Center, Sokoto State.
Please stay tuned as we return you to our regular scheduled programming.